Are you wondering how your company is going to keep up with the likes of Tesla and SpaceX? I'm Peter Stevens, and I just spent 2 days with Joe Justice, the TEDx speaker and pioneer of extreme manufacturing. There is too much for 1 minute, so welcome to a special 5-minute edition of the Agile Minute. Did you see last week? SpaceX tested the full Starship rocket for the second time. This test went much better than the first one, although both stages ended up going boom. They call that a RUD, or Rapid Unscheduled Disassembly. What really got my attention, however, was what happened the day before the intended launch. Let's go back a day. See those massive grid fins? They control the booster on descent. At the last minute, SpaceX decided 3 of them needed to be replaced. They destacked the rocket, rolled the booster back into the garage a few kilometers away, and replaced the grid fins. Then they rolled the booster back out and restacked. Total delay, just under 24 hours. The next day, they were ready for launch. And I'm like, wow, this is not rocket science, this is race car science. They performed a Formula One pit stop on a skyscraper. How would you like to go that fast? So I'd like you to hold that thought for a moment. If you can, focus on the screen for a second, and let's see if we can get that feeling together. Are you ready? Okay, get set, ready? Take us to warp, Mr. Data. Whoosh! Everybody should get to experience the acceleration of a Tesla at least once. That's kind of what it feels like. Tesla and SpaceX have the same owner, so they take similar approaches to engineering. Their success is based on remarkably simple principles, and these are things that you can apply in your company. I've been working with Joe Justice since he pioneered extreme manufacturing at Wikispeed. I hosted his first XM class in Europe and documented the principles. He went on to share those ideas as a consultant to Tesla over a 10-year period. And later, as a Tesla employee, he got to see firsthand how they do it. And again, I'm documenting the principles so you can apply them. Want to get that feeling again? Let's do it. Mr. Worf, engage. Oh man, I love that feeling. So achieving Tesla speed is all about focusing on outcomes, reducing lead times, and accelerating with AI. You start by making small improvements to the outcomes every day. For me, it adds up to next level agility. Joe calls it Joe DX. So let's look at the main elements of Joe DX. First, Agile DNA. Now, in my book, I called this emergence. Small teams, simple rules of the road. In the case of Tesla and SpaceX, anybody can talk to anybody. Everybody eats the same food, everyone uses the same bathrooms. Tesla wasn't the first to do it, and you can ensure they won't be the last. Next, be data-driven in real time. So identify your limiting KPIs, then share their current value and the efforts to improve them continuously. By the way, project cycle times are often an obvious place to start. Next, prioritize growth over profit. If you want to innovate as fast as possible, move decisions close to the value zone and invest to improve as fast as you can afford to. Contracting for innovation. For faster improvement with external vendors, emphasize collaboration and product improvement in your contracts. Share runtime data and update production to the latest designs on a weekly basis. Oh, and limit contracts to 1 page. In your teams, swarm on problems in small teams. This may seem counterintuitive, but it's very effective. Improve every day in small steps. Reduce the weight of this part by 1 gram, or speed up this manufacturing step by 1 second. When components interface with each other, their teams need to be close together. And use homegrown AI as an accelerator. Digital management, or rather digital self-management, enables distributed decision-making, starting with how to use your time. Instant data-driven approvals replace time-consuming budgeting and approval processes. Again, here, the importance of AI-based tools cannot be overstated. This is where it all began. Optimize for change. Extreme manufacturing is a collection of engineering and manufacturing practices, for example, like start with off-the-shelf components that reduce the cost and accelerate the pace of innovation. And finally, self-management with open space style planning. Every day you come to work, you look at the AI to see what work would be valuable, and you decide what to work on. Anybody can propose new work items to improve the key KPIs. Thanks to this approach, every day the product gets a little bit better. On the Model 3, Tesla has been able to reduce their cost of production by 30% since its introduction, while improving range, performance, and quality. Whoosh. That's a wrap on today's Agile Minute. Did you like this content? Should I do more on this topic? Subscribe for more, help the algorithm with a like, or share and drop your ideas below to influence your colleagues and future videos. Are you already taking agility to the next level? Joe and I are already working on the book. Would you like to be a case study? Especially if you work for Tesla or SpaceX, but not only. I'd love to learn from you. See how you do this in real life and share it with the world so we can advance the knowledge together. Contact me by scanning the QR code or click the link in the description. I'd like to give a shout out to Joe Justice, to Ilham Musayev, and again to Luis Moreira for their support. Thanks to you, we're leveling up. You can start accelerating today. Contact me, follow me on LinkedIn, or start with the principles of XM Extreme Manufacturing. Again, scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the flip side.